Hot and fast at the Thunderdome. The 1990 edition of the RC Thunderdome in Encino, California was a wild affair, with its share of spectacular crashes, high-speed runs, and controversy. In his first appearance at the Superspeedway, Associated's Cliff Lett walked away with the trophy in the Insane Speed Run. On the next few pages, we look at the action at the world's largest RC superspeedway. The gnarly, nasty Thunderdome, a high-banked oval with unforgiving plywood walls, offers great viewing for spectators around its 950-foot length. The rules for the Insane Speed Run said, you must use an 05 3-pole armature, ceramic magnet motors only. So several of the racers had cars with 2 motors powering them. This is Joel Johnson's car with 2 motors and 24 cells. Joel's car was very fast on the straightaways, but didn't seem to like the bank turns too much. A spectacular crash in the first turn Friday night quickly ended what would have been a record-breaking run, and during the official speed run, a broken drive chain kept Joel from contention. Cliff Lett won the speed run with a lap of 69.6 miles per hour. Cliff managed to pack 12 cells into his stock, narrow RC10L Super Speedway car. Cliff Lett and pitman Curtis Husting are busy here. Cliff blew a tire in the race. The winners. Everyone will tell you they need a lot of luck, especially on an oval. Cliff Lett on the left won the Insane Speed Run, turning 69.6 miles per hour. Kent Clausen's winning pit crew had some great battery changes during the Super Speedway Enduro. If you couldn't change a pack in under 2 seconds, you were too slow. In the Enduro, all cars made many stops for fresh packs setting up their pits. While Ken Clausen won the 30-minute Super Speedway class, both used RC10Ls with Reedy motors and batteries and Novak speed controls. Kent Clausen first, Bob Novak third, and Cliff Lett all ran a modified version of the RC10L designed with a quick-change battery system that worked flawlessly in a Super Speedway Enduro. Below, the car Cliff Lett drove to win the Insane Speed Run. The rules stated that you could use any body mass-produced for 1/10 RC cars, so Cliff took a Nissan GTP body and narrowed it to fit this RC10L Super Speedway chassis. The car was very stable. It's hard for me to realize, but it's been 21 years since I attended, but was not yet racing, the first ever Roar Nationals, which was held in the Southern California area on a Ford dealer's parking lot. These were, of course, the 1A scale gas-powered cars. Bob Welch from MRP was one of the fast guys there, as was Roy Moody, who promotes 1A scale sprint car racing now. Also present were the founders of our hobby, George Sipos and Norb Myers. George actually started Roar and RevUp, which was then carried on by Roy Moody. A few months later, Bill Campbell from Delta was in Southern California at a race here, and after the race he was letting people drive his car. I had never driven an RC car before, but Bill let me drive too. I wasn't going very fast, but I knew right then and there that this was a lot better than slot car racing, which I was doing at the time. Associated, which was making slot car products, had just started running a new prototype 1/8 gas car. I wasn't yet with Associated at this time, and I couldn't wait for their car to come out, so I bought a Delta car. After a lot of practicing with Lee Gilbert, a fellow slot racer, I started racing RC cars. I won my first 2 races quite easily, and even thinking this is too easy. Then Associated released their new RC1 car, and it became more difficult for me to win. I was still winning some races, but it was more from reliability than handling. I wasn't really impressed with the Associated RC1 car, but I bought one and immediately changed the car with aluminum block motor mounts and aluminum rear axle blocks. Then I continued winning races. From then on, it's amazing how fast time flies when you're having fun. And now here we are at the 1990 Roar 1/8 Gas Nationals. Held on a parking lot graciously donated by Sears, the 1990 Roar Gas Nationals was run on new asphalt and attracted a large group of racers, 121 to be exact, making it the largest nationals in a long time. Ken Campbell still racing after 20 years and still going strong. His Delta cars have been at the top of the heap for all those 20 years too. Art Carbonell ran an interesting new car he is importing and selling. It's made by the same Pico company that makes engines. It is a beautiful looking car with all cast aluminum suspension arms. Art said he just needed a little more time to learn how to tune it. Ron Paris was kept busy working on cars and motors. Neisinger is next in line, while Ron is telling Mike Swagger, "Don't worry, kid, you're all the way up to 24th on the list now." That should help a lot. Two-wheel drive suspension A main. Skip Starkey led this race for a while until he lost his muffler, and David Campbell took over the lead. David was pushed for the lead by Ralph Phillips, Mark Miranda, and Jeff Bronstein, who were all racing each other for second and trying to beat Campbell at the same time. But Campbell wasn't making any mistakes and won by a lap over Jeff Bronstein. Four-wheel drive suspension A main. This was it, the big one. Everyone got a warm-up session, then the cars were shut down and the drivers announced to the large crowd. The cars were then started up, lined up in a Le Mans start, and the race was underway. Ralph Birch took the lead, as usual, with Bobby Horan second. Tony Neisinger got bumped and dropped to ninth. Rick Davis was in third, with Chuck Moon fourth. Birch had opened up almost a lap lead, but his dad made one of those rare no-nos and got too much fuel in the car, which naturally went all over the brakes. So the last third of the race, Ralph was driving with no brakes, while Tony was slowly reeling him in. Birch couldn't do anything but hope his lead was big enough. It was, but just barely. When the race finished, Tony was just 2 corners back and closing fast. It's one of the closest finishes Ralph's had. After the race, Ron Paris announced that he was donating the complete engine out of any of his RC cars to the lucky raffle winner. The winner saw Tony closing in on Ralph and so chose Tony's motor and stood there and watched while Ron pulled it out of the car. I think he was happier than if he'd won the race. Ralph Birch on the left wins another Roar Nationals. 4 seconds behind Ralph was Tony Neisinger, with Chuck Moon finishing in third at the Richardson Mall track near Dallas. Our new RC10G American Graphite ad. The chassis is 100% graphite with clifflet showing off the car. It also has a wide track front suspension. My article this month in RC Model Cars magazine was on the 10th Annual Western Off-Road Championships. Ron Williams, the owner of Radio Controlled Hobbies, did a great job in preparing the track for this event. One of the rising stars in RC is Brian Kinwald, a force to be reckoned with. Brian had just spent a week in the hospital before the race and was released just in time to qualify. Brian then proceeded to take third in two-wheel drive and second in four-wheel drive. Not a bad start for any driver. The two-wheel drive A main. J.D. Beckwith took the lead around the sweeper, over the jump, but then got a little sideways on a straightaway, and Rick Velo and Brian Kinwald both got by. For the next 6 laps, Velo, Kinwald, Beckwith, and Pavitas were all within 2 feet of each other, waiting for someone to make a mistake. Pavitas rolled on a double jump and dropped back. A couple laps later, Velo rolled his car on a double jump and Kinwald took the lead. These 3 cars were so evenly matched that when they were all running good, nobody could pass anybody. It looked like a 3-car freight train going around the track. They were all racing so close to each other, putting the pressure on and hoping someone else was going to make a mistake. After racing for 3.5 minutes, with the kind of close competition that would force other mortal drivers to fall by the wayside, these 3 drivers saved the best till the last 2 laps. On the next to last lap, Kinwald had the lead, but he had Velo all over him. Down the straightaway, Velo was within 2 feet and holding. Kinwald tried to stay on the power just that little bit longer, but then had to lock up the brakes to make the corner, which put him too much sideways, letting Velo by. Then in the next corner, Kinwald tried to take the lead back, but gets spun out in the process, and Beckwith went into second. The crowd has been going bananas through all this, but there's more to come. At the very next corner, Velo rolled his car on a speed bump, and Beckwith took the lead. On the last lap, Velo tried to catch Beckwith at the end of the straightaway, but spun out trying to make the corner, and Kinwald was right there to move into second. They all made it through the next 2 corners. At this point, you could spread your arms out and touch the first and third place cars. They were that close. And now there was just a double jump to go and a right-hand turn to the finish line. No backing off now. Beckwith made a perfect jump. Kinwald landed a little sideways, while Velo took an inside line and landed alongside Kinwald. Now it was just 10 feet to the finish line. All 3 cars had the pedal to the metal. In a photo finish, Beckwith won with Velo 1/3 of a second back, and Kinwald was just 1/4 of a second behind Velo. I wish you could have heard the spectators applauding. They knew they had just witnessed the greatest 3-car duel they'll ever see. They don't get any better than this. These 3 put on one of the closest, most exciting races ever seen. J.D. Beckwith left, took first, with Rick Velo second and Brian Kinwald third. All 3 used RC10s with the new stealth transmission, reading motors, and batteries. Jack Johnson made it exciting for the fans while easily winning the 4-wheel drive class with his Revolution-powered Kyosho car. This is a great article by Steve Pond in RC Car Action magazine on Masami's World Championship winning 4-wheel drive Yokomo car. A 2-page spread explaining all the details of his car. Masami's father, Masaki Hirosaka, on the left, one of the great mechanics in the world, and then Masami holding his champagne bottle in Australia, and Tom Yokobori, owner of Yokomo. Associated is now the USA distributor for the Yokomo car. Now we have the best of both worlds. KO Propo, the radio control people, did a very strong ad with Masami's cars and their great KO radios. The first annual Paris Can-Am Challenge, the Palace Station Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, hosts its first gas car event, which was held at the track by the Silver Bowl Stadium. Ron Paris is always willing to help out other racers, and the contestants show their appreciation by showing up for the first Paris Can-Am Challenge in large numbers. The Silver Bowl racetrack in Las Vegas has hosted a lot of races in the past year, and the Paris Challenge is one that will be back again next year. There was an unlimited amount of pit space available for contestants at the Silver Bowl track. Congratulations to all you guys. Congratulations, Dave. You did a great job. Congratulations to all you guys. Congratulations, Mike. How good is he going to get in the future? Way to go, Butch. The time off didn't slow you down. Congratulations, Ralph. Ralph Birch drove to victory in a come-from-behind display of talent that is hard to match. Welcome, racers. We're going to show you Ron Paris' shop area and all the special steps Ron takes to build his racing engines. Ron personally checks and assembles the engines himself. Ron has all the equipment necessary for grinding, milling, lathe, with all the necessary special attachments, drilling, as well as a sanding machine. The shipping and stock area has all the necessary replacement parts for Nova Rossi and OPS engines, as well as a good stock of modified engines ready to ship. Every sleeve is placed on a Sun & gauge, which can measure in millionths, and the sleeves are checked for roundness as well as taper. The gauge is accurate enough to be able to check in millionths. It can also check the exact taper on the sleeve. Pistons are also checked for roundness and size to a very precise tolerance. After making sure the sleeves and pistons are within spec, They are carefully fitted together to achieve that perfect fit. Ron uses a degree wheel to check on crankshaft timing. Different crankshaft timings, working with sleeve timing, is another one of the important elements in a fast engine. Crankshaft opening and closing must be compatible with sleeve intake opening and closing and sleeve exhaust opening and closing. You can see all the variables there. They all must work together for a fast engine. Ron uses a cutaway engine to study the gas flow patterns. Changes in sleeve and port angles can improve fuel flow, resulting in increased horsepower. The intake ports must flow in one direction, while the boost ports flow in another direction, so they won't interfere with each other, but so they will work together. With the cutaway engine, a lot can be learned of how to use the crankshaft to throw fuel up into the sleeve intake port area. The basic idea is to get the best possible fuel flow all the way through the engine. Remember, you can go too far in anything and lose power too. A special groove is ground in the crank to help throw the fuel up into the sleeve. On the leading edge of the crank, Ron grinds a tapered edge which cuts through the air better, reducing drag. On the back side, extra weight is ground away and then contoured to reduce drag. The intake area is changed to increase timing and polished. You can see the before and after effects. Ron has made a special jig which indexes the cranks exactly where he wants them. Then a check with the dial indicator tells him exactly how much to grind off. This is a very precise measurement, and the exact timing can also be checked. Once this is done, the crank intake openings are then ground. The crank intake and exhaust openings are then precision ground on this grinder with the aid of the special holding attachment. Each crank can then be ground to exactly the same amount. Ron changes the shape and the timing of the exhaust port in the sleeve by placing them in a special fixture on the mill, and then very carefully machines the sleeve to the new shape and timing with precision. The sleeves have such a positive index point that every modified sleeve will be exactly alike. After the machining, the sleeves are, of course, very carefully deburred. Our next step will be to go to Associated, where Ron and Jean do their prop testing. We're now at Associated, where Ron is busy trying another new exhaust port shape and timing on Nova Rossi's new Rex engine, which will be imported exclusively by Ron Paris Engines. A great deal of time is spent testing an engine, changing timing and ports, retesting, modifying, retesting, and on until a perfect combination is found. After grinding, all edges must be carefully deburred, the engine reassembled, and then Jean installs it back on the prop test stand for the next series of tests. Each and every run is carefully recorded in a logbook which denotes all the engine modifications and how that particular engine and modification performs on a bottom-end prop, mid-range prop, and then a top-end prop. Then a different muffler will be tried and all the prop tests rerun. Today we were testing the new Nova Rossi Rex engine. We both agreed this was going to be a very good engine. Since that time, Cliff Lett broke the track record at Pit Shop with his RC500 car powered by a Paris Rex with one of the new Paris quiet mufflers. I'm Gene Husting with Team Associated, and this is Ron Paris with Paris Racing Engines. Ron has built racing engines for about 7 years. During that time, he's won more national championships and major races like McCoy races and Winter Nationals than any of the other engine manufacturers in the country. And he's become so popular that now his engines are going overseas and winning races there. Ron's going to show us how to tune, maintain, and get the best performance possible out of your engines. He's also going to show us how to build, tune, maintain RC500s so that you can get the most out of your car. Ron has built two-wheel drive RC500s that have held more track records around the country than all the other cars put together. He's also built four-wheel drive since they come out that they're just among the fastest cars there are in the world. And he's here to show you special things, speed secrets and so on, that can help you go faster with your car and with your engine.
So I offer a warranty with all my engines, and what it is if the motor fails for any reason, and that means whether it's worn out or you even forget to turn your radio on and the motor explodes because of over revving, you can send the motor back to me and I will repair the engine. Now this does two things for you. One, you're sure that the engine's put back to original specifications, and two,
Oh, there it goes. Oh, Carbondale upside down. I don't know what it hit over there, but the car abruptly went up. It went tight into the apex and it glanced off of the outside barrier, and that slipped it away. So we'll probably see Artie either in the quarter or semi-final. Still another chance to move up to the world final. We won't do it here in the qualifiers.
This is Ralph Burge Jr. He's with TQ at just about every event that he ever runs in. He was TQ today. Just got beat by 1/2 of a second, but he's still got another round to go. What's your plan, Ralph?
Just to go out and stay clean, try to stay off the dots. I mean, last round was a pretty pitiful round. I mean, I drove like a beginner last round. So that's the goal, just to keep the car together and stay clean.
His idea of a beginner is he set the fastest lap record during that run, but he's still got another chance to get out there and do it. The track has really got a lot of bite. What's it doing to the car?
Well, if you go into the corner a little too hard, the car tries to roll over, so you have to kind of baby the throttle, kind of roll the car around the corners instead of just punching around the corner. So you have to just kind of cool it.
It looked like you had a little problem, then it looked like you started to have some fun and really lay down some hot laps.
Yeah, after I got behind, I mean, I just started pressing and trying to catch up, you know, just seeing what kind of lap times we could turn.
Right. The roar problems are getting better and worse at the same time. Thank God for Lou Peralta and his RC News magazine for trying to get to the bottom of this roar mess. He helped greatly. This is a copy of an open letter that I had sent to all of the Roar regional directors, and Lou was thoughtful enough to publish it in RC News. Lou had been asking the different Roar officials a number of straightforward questions and never receiving any answers, and the following is some examples. Lou received dozens and dozens of letters from Roar members telling Lou of unbelievable things happening in Roar, similar to this one from Neil McCurdy at RevTech Motors. Butch Dunn is a Roar Executive Committee member who first alerted me about the internal Roar problems over a year and a half ago. HF is Howard Finkelman. EG is Eric Gudger. This is a fax from Gary Kais to me explaining to me how great things are within Roar. Gary is either very gullible, which I find hard to believe, or something else is going on. Because Butch Dunn has been helping me to bring out Roar's financial problems, he knows he's going to get removed from the Roar Executive Board. This is how desperate they got. This was pointed out to me by Marie Barana, the owner, publisher of Competition Plus magazine, and who printed RevUp. This Roar financial statement was sent to Marie to be printed in the January 1992 issue of RevUp, but it's actually from June 30th, 1991. She was letting everyone know about this. The best trophy girl. I agree. The worst trophy girl. I certainly agree. That's Queen Kong, and that's Mike Reedy, who she's about to body slam. Can you believe it? This is a model of a Chevy V8 engine that actually runs and sounds just like a V8 engine. You can see it's about 8 inches tall. While I was at the Chicago RICTA Hobby Show, there was a small booth where Mr. Connolly was continually starting up this model Chevy V8 engine, revving it up and shutting it down, answering a ton of questions from everyone standing around, and then starting up the engine and going through the same procedures all day long. I was hooked with this beautiful work of art and just had to buy one, which you're looking at now. It is awesome. Since that time, he's added a new model with a supercharger on it, and it runs and sounds awesome too. The 10th Annual Reedy Race of Champions. Mike Reedy celebrates his birthday again with a race inviting 17 of the best racers in the world to participate. This year, Mike chose Radio Control Hobbies in Costa Mesa, California. RCH is one of the most popular tracks in Southern California. The driver's stand is loaded during the open practice times. Track owner Ron Williams is very popular with the racers, and he races himself.
Double in the single, you come back around, you nail that high one, I saw your front end. Wait, my work's awesome, huh? Yeah, it works good. That thing's awesome. How you doing? Oh, there he is. Hi, Mom. The video king. Hi, Mom. Hey, Canadians on the bikes, Supercross. Man, he ate it when he flipped. Yeah, we flipped, and you see his neck.
Cliff Lett is busy getting his cars ready, while Mike Reedy in the background works on motors. One of the invitational races is up now.
And a good start from the second row to the third row. Let's let me second row. That's the number 8 car with Bill Davies. Drumming has got the lead in the second row. That's the 5 car. Great pressure over English driver. So we got English lead in this game right now. Help him out, help him out. Thank you for that. 20 seconds into the race. We got Davies leading. Gresham second, third is the 1. Cliff left. And fourth, the number 3, Rick Velo. Followed that by the number 2 car in third place. All right, 45 seconds now. We've got lap 3 working. Number 5 now leads it. Number 5 is Great Drescher. Davies dropped the third place. And allows the Cliff left to close up, and he's now in the second spot, setting aside now on the leader as they come from the berm around the baseball diamond down the infield. We have a minute now. Race 3 you are next. Get ready, please. Race number 3, and lead quarter much of the first race. Again, if you need a little extra time, a second or so, let me know. Call it in. Thank you, Carlos, for the hustle. Minute 15 down. We're on lap number 5 right now. Drescher leading. No Drescher in trouble. He clipped first base. He drops to third, and something is wrong with Drescher's car. Led at the end of the straightaway does a spin out. He leads it though. It looks like Davies is back in second place. Taylor in the third spot. Velo, and fourth was the number 2. Number 2 is Kazutaka Sumida. Here comes the rest of the pack. Trouble for the 5 car. That is Great Drescher. Got back to third place. Barely got to our place though. Still on the lead lap. Everyone is. And left now leads it. Last lap was 17.4. Davies is second. In third is Rick Velo. Then comes Sumida and Drescher. Down the line we have Jürgen Lautenbach, Stefan Oakley, both riders from Germany, Chris McElroy and Jack Johnson in 7th and 8th, or 8th and 9th place. 2 down runners to go. Again, race number 1, you are up after the next race. Race 1, round 2 of the non-invitational class. Be ready, please. You will be up in a race or so. Minute 45 left. We're on lap number 8. Left leading Velo. There's left. Here comes Rick. Rick down about 3 seconds. In third is Bill Davies. Davies is down about 4 seconds to your rear, and then so a little 4.5 seconds or so. A minute 30 left, Robert. So let's go around. He gets another lap to the 17.2. First lap on the street was run by Velo, but the lap prior to the one he just finished, that was a 16.8. This one by it was a 16.9, so it was on a pretty good pace. And Drescher moved back up to 5th place, and Overly will take over the Kinley. Drescher's 4th, Overly will move up to 5th. Dropping down his spot is Sweetup. Drivers, we have a minute left to go. 1 full minute left to go. Here comes Davies. Here comes the 5 car. Looks like Drescher still hanging on that 4 spot. Velo is second. We're ready to still flip left. It comes down the road left. We're on the tail end of that leading lap. 40 seconds. Left. Coming up to the tail end of the lead lap. Got a 3-car cluster here for the end of that lead lap. Upside down goes it is the 4-car. Upside down McElroy. Losing some ground there, a couple of positions. Each position makes a lot of difference. How they want to finish it up. Any positions higher than the one they're on. That's what's going to count for points of this. And we have 15 seconds. We're on lap 14 with left. Still leading here. There goes Rick Velo, and here comes the number 6 car. That's Stefan Overly. No, that's Lautenbach. He's a lap down, sitting in the 9th spot. There's Davies. That's 3rd place. And the 7 is Overly. There's the 4th spot. That's it. One you're done. The rest we keep going. 4, 2, and 3. Hold up. Number 1, you are finished with left. 14, 4 to hold 4. And out of the track, we've got 4 cars, which is all over position. 5 is done. And here comes the 8 car. You are finished. Number 9 is finished. And Craig, you are finished. So they pulled off. Sorry about that. They didn't call you out on the map. You guys were very close to the line. Your winner.
Look, Kitty.
Cliff left. Second place was Rick Velo. 3rd place was Bill Davies. 4th place was Jack.
Masami and Masaki Hirosaka the #1 team in the world. Masami's RC-10 is built and tuned by Masaki. They use a KO radio, Novak speed control, and of course, Reedy motors and batteries. Masaki's work area is more like a display area. It seems like it would be too easy to find what you're looking for in this type of system.
My name's Darren, I'm cleaning everything.
You're cleaning everything.
Easy, Mark!
Hello. Congratulations to all you guys. A young driver that is learning awful fast is Mark Pavitas on the left, who won the Open 2-wheel drive modified class and the Open 4-wheel drive modified class. Congratulations, Mark! And congratulations to Justin Dunbar for taking second in the 2-wheel drive modified class, and congratulations to Steve Chamberlain for his third place finish. The significance of Mark winning the 2-wheel drive modified class is that next year it qualifies him to be eligible to race in the invitational class at the annual Reedy race. Congratulations again, Mark. You did awesome.
Gotcha. Put that film on. Got everything now. You're in trouble.
I'll be posting this in just a second. You guys can all look at it. Matsumoto and Stefanos. Two. This led leading with Masaki Hirosaki in second and Furatani in the third spot. And those three have a bit of a lead now in the fourth place car, number 3 being driven by Chris Alec. In the fifth spot is Gene Booth.
Really is. Good.
All right, a minute coming up. Drivers, 1 minute down, 3 left to go. With help of Yo, you're in from the right. Thank you very much. Been over there for Stefan. And it is still left leading. Hirosaka and Furatani, second and third. Alec is fourth. Booth in fifth. Alec gets spun around backwards. Thanks, JD. And then comes down the line, Jay Halsey pushing over. The hero Yuki Matsumoto and Stefanos in the ninth spot. A minute 30 down, 2:30 left to go. Left leading, and he continues to lead. Hirosaka in the second spot, and Furatani sitting in third place. Furatani co-leader with points right now with Rick Vila, and Derek sitting in that third spot. He's going to try to get by these guys. Hirosaki also in this race is sitting in a tie for third place with Kinwald and Lett. So Lett also in a tie for third place with 6 points. Lett could possibly get going further. Hirosaki could also get, let's see what the numbers are. Anyway, Lett and Hirosaki are fighting for. There's Furatani hanging right back there. And Lett with a big old tumble. He loses, thank you, Ron. He loses the lead. Hirosaka takes it over. Furatani's sliding over. Who's out of the way just a bit. And now that puts Derek back in the third spot. Lithgow now sitting in second place. We have 2:20 now. Masami leading with the second and Derek in the third spot. In fourth, now number 9, Jamie Booth. In the fifth spot, no, excuse me, yes it is. Fifth place is Chairman J, number 4. And he's followed closely by with 6 cars pushed over. Right drivers are minute 15 left to go. Masami on the rest straightaway through the Esposito on his lap, a 16.7 lap. That's the quickest on the street. Lett is now back. He's dropped to third, and Derek Furatani will take over the second spot. Still a minute left to go. Derek with a problem. He catches second base, rolls it over, and Lithgow takes past second place. Well, I mean, last second base is that little line in there in the middle of the track. Not you anymore. 45 seconds. Race 2, you are next. McElroy, Johnson, Kondo, Overly, Kinball, Cull, Drescher, Losi, and more. 35 seconds. 30 seconds. You have Hirosaka, Lett, Furatani. Derek still has a shot at taking on that second spot. He's all that far behind Cliff. And this will be the last lap. Once they get by, now their last lap. They're on it. Derek has just this last lap to finish and try and get past Cliff left. The rest of the field still coming through here. We've got time coming up. Early. And Masami gets another lap. He's not at 1. He's only lap 2 and 5.
Congratulations to all you guys. Wow, what a fast group. Masami Hirosaka simply dominated both the two-wheel and four-wheel drive invitational classes, winning first place overall in the Reedy race. Cliff Lett on the left took second, with Brian Kinwald just 1 point behind to take third. Congratulations to you top 3 racers. RC Model Cars magazine put our new RC10 truck right on the front cover. Thank you, RC Model Cars. Our new RC10T truck is out, but what in the heck do you call this paint job? And that's what I asked Cliff. So Cliff said, I asked Derek Furatani, who paints my bodies for me, to paint something totally different that no one else has. So, this is what Derek painted. Cliff looked at it and said, "It is totally different. I like it." At the Florida Winter Champs, somebody started saying moo, 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 and for some strange reason, pretty soon everybody in the stands, and then the announcer started saying moo, moo, move over, and over again every time Cliff ran. Unreal. And here I am talking about the paint job instead of our new truck. Thank you, RC Model Cars. Now I get to talk about this awesome new truck, which comes in different chassis colors as an option part. It's basically the race-winning RC10 design with longer A-arms, longer shocks, and bigger truck wheels and tires, with a great-looking body, no matter what paint scheme you choose. They did a great job. RC Car Action magazine came out with an awesome power slide action shot of our RC10 ST for stadium truck, which was all the rage at the time in the Mickey Thompson Stadium Truck races inside the Los Angeles Coliseum Stadium. Thank you, RC Car Action. Hobby Merchandiser also put a great photo of our truck on the cover, but with a more normal type paint job, more like Cliff would paint it. Thank you, Hobby Merchandiser. AMT Magazine from Germany put Christian Kyle's new RC10 team car on their cover. Thank you, AMT. Wow! Car Action really believes in action. With Screaming for Vengeance, the associated team car is uncovered. Way to go, Car Action. Thank you. The 5th Florida Winter Championships, 1/10 Off-Road. Team Losi sponsored the annual Winter Championships event in Tampa, Florida, at Lake Park. Curtis Husting, Mike Reedy, and Butch Klober are deciding which chassis color is best, green or hot pink. Everyone knows Reedy will pick green. At the right, it's Cliff Flett's RC10 ST truck with Novak speed control and receiver and Airtronics radio. Proline supplied the tires for Cliff's winning truck, and of course, with the Moo paint job on the body. Generally, in races this big, we like to get to the track a few days early to get in as much practice time as possible. This time that plan did not work out. We were in the process of finishing our new RC10 ST stadium truck, and we were short on time. Curtis Husting had made all the necessary prototype parts for 3 trucks, but the production wheels, A-arms, and the body weren't finished until 4 days before we left for Tampa, and we didn't receive the tires from Proline until the day before we left. The three trucks would be raced by Curtis, Cliff Lett, and Butch Klober. Butch never even saw the truck until he got to Florida. None of the trucks had been raced before. It was time to see if all the hard work put in by Cliff and Curtis paid off. A funny thing happened along the way. When I first said at our weekly business meeting over a year ago that the next vehicle we make must be a truck, there was dead silence for over a minute. Then someone said, "You're kidding, right?" I said I wasn't kidding, but none of our racers will want to race a truck. That's not a race car, they were saying. Now all of our racers were saying, "When do I get my new truck?" Worked out great. And when we were getting ready to go to this race in Florida, everybody said they would rather race our truck instead of their four-wheel drive cars, which is exactly what I believe the racers would want to do. So it really wasn't such a big gamble in deciding to build a truck after all. With 450 entries, there was always a line of drivers waiting to run. The custom-built six-wheeler monster truck was made by Morris Cole from Tampa. At Wright, one of the good people, Cecil Schumacher from England, who has always been an innovator. Cecil manufactures the popular Schumacher line of cars and trucks. When we were at the World Championships in Australia, everyone saw Jay and Pops Losey talking together for a long period. I had a hunch what was happening, and that hunch turned out to be true. Losey was trying to figure out what it would take to get Jay to switch to Losey. Apparently, Jay's dad was out of a job, so Losey promised to make Jim Halsey manager of the ranch pit shop track and distributorship, and also to give Jay's wife a job there too. It looks like it worked. The last time I talked to Jay Halsey at a race, he was struggling to get up to speed with his JRX2 car. I told him that he'd get there sooner or later, but that I was hoping for later. The two-wheel drive A-Main is up next.
Turn left, are ready. Drivers, are you ready? Left and five, go. And up. And power down on the first
Yep. Thank them. Congratulations to all you guys. Rick Howard took third in both the two-wheel and four-wheel drive modified classes. You did great, Rick. Mark Pavitas receives his second place trophy from lovely Leilani Scher, Miss Winter Champs. Congratulations, Mark. It was a great race. J.D. Beckwith wins another big one with his Reedy-powered RC10 car, taking first place in the two-wheel drive modified class. Congratulations, J.D. Mark, awesome run. That was a pressure run. That's a 4-minute pressure run with those other two guys sitting there. That was
How close we were?
I saw. That was awesome. Fantastic. Boy, oh boy.
These were awesome. These were the ticket.
Car looked good. Well, you drove good too.
Right on, my finger was going.
Steve, you want it?
Awesome, dude. Puts me down to 4th.
Hey, not so bad, is it? A lot of guys would like to be there.
Just makes me go faster. You know?
Okay, that sounds good.
Go faster when people like this come in.
That sounds good.
Just makes me go faster than I can. So
Just do it.
13 lap runs coming up, not 12 laps. I think I'll just go 12. You know, it would be awesome to run in 30, like Sprite or something. I'll do it. No.
Okay, the next package. You want another package with no rain water.
He has different runs than you do.
We've got another from A&L. We've got a 50% off gift certificate. We've got a t-shirt from A&L. And from Gator Racing, we've got some auto bars for battery building and some carbide balls. Winner on that package, number 22.
Gotcha.
You're going to be there in April.
John Wiley.
Put you on. You will be there in April, right? He's already booked.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
You're going to be there in April. Here's my gift room. All right.
Yeah, I wouldn't miss that for the world.
I wish they could get you in a car.
No, it's more fun watching these guys, believe me. If I race, I can't see anybody else.
Well, I'm going to get
Get my show hat out.
Okay, square box.
All right.
Make sure you pick up the rears, not the four-wheel box.
I need both.
Oh, okay.
Are they both in the same box?
And we've got a little package.
Giant crocodile on my bumper.
3 cars?
Yeah, it looks like BRP.
Everybody have a logo.
You know what BRP is, that blue?
The four-wheel drive A-Main is up now.
That's the way he drives. I asked him. He drives it. He always does it. He does that all the time with me.
Regular drivers on big cars would do with a team, if they're on a team.
Congratulations to all you guys. Steve Dunn's Pro Radiant car featured Novak speed control, Sanyo 1700 SCRs batteries, Losi X pattern tires, and of course, a race prep motor. Steve Dunn was very impressive as he drove to victory in the four-wheel drive modified class with his race prep powered car. Is that a Skull Racing Team t-shirt I see?
It's got some liquid bands, detailing bands, set of scissors. Want all that? Want that? Yeah, that's detailing.
Yeah, we're gonna catch the center spot. Not yet. Got a break.
All right, black, salvation, are
Bet you can hit Jeff in the head with a piece of dirt. Go, Mike!
Everybody just stay back.
Squeeze it!
Sponsored by a major sponsor, everybody. That's Jim and James. Lucky you got software. And Monster Truck is going to get that truck away today. Marshals are ready. Riders, are you ready? 1, 5, go!
There you go.
last of 413. That's the guys. The fourth spot will go to truck number 1, Jan Halsey. The fifth spot will go to truck number 5, Kyle Reed. The sixth spot will go to truck number 7, Mr. J.R. Nick. The seventh spot will go to truck number 8, Mike Meehan. The eighth spot will go to truck 0, Gary Kyle.
Way to go, Cliff. Your new truck worked the way we all hoped it would. With only 2 RC10 SC trucks in the main, and you winning, and Butch Klober taking second with the other truck, you made the rest of the team ask, "When do I get my truck?" It doesn't get any better than this. Thank you. Congratulations to all you guys. A great start for the RC10 ST Stadium truck. 2 trucks in the main and a finished 1-2. Cliff Lett took first and Butch Klober second, both using Reedy motors. The Moo paint job on Cliff's truck is all the rage in Southern California now. Congratulations, Cliff and Butch. You both were awesome. Associated's new RC10 team car got a great write-up from Derek Arita in RC Model Cars. Derek says, Associated's new team car with the aluminum chassis is the same car raced by factory driver Cliff Lett. The shocks are new to the Associated lineup. They are smoother, more precisely machined, and even more dependable. Hard anodizing makes the entire shock body ultra smooth and extremely resistant to wear. The team car comes with a near bulletproof stealth transmission. Author installed a Reedy 16-turn triple designed for 2-wheel drive off-road and 1/12 on-road cars. Each motor is hand-wound and assembled and comes with an extra set of brushes and springs, and best of all, the capacitors are already installed. On the lower right-hand side, Derek has made a chart showing all the chassis differences between the Associated Championship Edition RC10 and the aluminum team car and the graphite team car. Great article, Derek, in RC Model Cars. The 1991 Florida 1/8 Gas Winter Championships were held in Fort Myers, Florida, with entries from Germany, England, Holland, Puerto Rico, Hong Kong, and Australia. The Lee Civic Center Raceway in Fort Myers was the site for this event. At the right is Chuck Moon's RC500 four-wheel drive car with a beautiful GTP body on it, but he couldn't get enough steering with it, so he ran an Elfin body just like everyone else. Gary Culver came from England to race, and here he's talking to Art Carbonell about his Pico car. Congratulations to all you guys.
I don't know.
Fill it with a bottle.
Mike, you get the foam thing off of Ralph's and stuff too, put it away. Where are you going with that?
It's mine.
No, this man. I'm buying you.
Gotta watch him, Ralph.
Do what?
You gotta watch him.
I know, I'm watching.
Yeah, what do I do with that roll of tape? Oh, it's right there.
What are we doing?
Me?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Just
Okay, we're
taking
20
the foam
minutes
thing
into
off.
this race. Got 20 minutes. They all have 74 laps. They're all on the same lap.
We're repairing.
No,
No?
we're putting our pit stops on a piece of paper here.
Oh, it's a
Just
good
in
idea.
case I forget how to count.
That's a good idea. Ta-da!
Yeah. The snap-on wrench, snap. Car started running like hammer. Shit.
What's going on, Jane?
You ready?
Yeah.
You're ready. That's where the home track advantage comes into play,
That's right.
right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what we're planning on, right? I think that other guy at the other end of the table is probably thinking the same thing, though. You know, that's the problem.
Probably. Could be.
Okay, it's going to take me a little time, but I'll get the hang of it, okay?
All right, how you doing?
Okay.
We're 22 minutes into this race. Car number 3 is
Oh, we got some pink ones, we got yellow ones. Any color you want?
We got it covered, huh?
Oh, we got all the colors.
Number 0 is doing
We got green shocks, we got red shocks. I got a few yellows. Whatever we got, we got. Here. Let me see if I can open this up far enough. So you get behind there.
You ready?
You remember him?
Yeah, I was just talking to him a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, you know.
Not very long.
I'm gonna call you up. What happened?
Hey, hey.
You see that? I'm gonna place here the Mr. T's,
I see.
electric one.
I see.
I'm gonna show tomorrow my reading is there in Lutz.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
You're
gonna show you.
You're going to show him you need electric power for that?
Yeah, you might send me something for this stuff.
Okay.
That's too heavy, yeah.
Here comes trouble. Be quiet.
Trim you those? Okay. What was that again?
He can talk to him and tell him anything he wants, and you and I got to sit and grin and take it, you know?
That's it. There's no way to tell, right?
Oh, well.
Boy, the A-main is going to be nice.
Don't worry about it. Former world champion Art Carbonell. Seventh fastest, Tom Mundo. Sixth fastest, Rick Davis. Fifth fastest, Dave Deal. Fourth fastest, Bobby Oran.
Bobby the Brain.
Uncle Stud.
Bobby
Third fastest, Mike Swagler. national champion Ralph Birch, Jr. Number 1 qualifier from Germany, Michael Salvin. Here's your 10 fastest drivers of this week. 4-wheel drive. They'll be running for 40 minutes.
Bobby, it's not bad luck. The other one, David. No, just switch him over. David. Man.
Congratulations to all you guys. When this guy gets a little older, Mike Swagger is going to be tough to beat. Michael Salvin came from Germany to race his Serpent car. Michael and Ralph Birch had a great race going, swapping the lead back and forth until the halfway mark when Ralph's muffler started to come off. So Michael went on to take the win. Congratulations, Michael. Another great article in RC Model Cars by Derek Arita on the associated new RC12LW car. The new RC12LW now with 2.5 degrees of camber built into the suspension arms. The new super light monoshock adds dampening and ride height adjustability to the car. Thank you, Derek and RC Model Cars. Dosick dominates the whip, which means Chris Dosick had a great time here. Chris Dosick, running for Cam Motors, swept 3 of the 6 events, the Novak 400 Enduro, the Masters class, and the 2-minute Braun Dash. Congratulations, Chris. The Dynamite duo, Kent Clausen and Cliff Lett, finished 1-2 in the Invitational class qualifying race. Clausen's RC10L car has a Futaba radio, Novak speed control, Reedy motors and batteries, and TRC tires. Note the wear pattern on the tires.
That's pretty funny when you hit that one. When you hit Paul Davis.
You were running good when you were running good. You know.
No comment. Well, look at some of these awesome trailers.
Yeah.
No problem. Ow. You gotta get these puddles of solder that I'm putting in here with my...
You've done this before, Eric?
Once or twice.
Just once or twice?
Rather amateurishly this weekend.
Thanks, Tim. And you didn't tell you that's over there, right? I did.
Okay, sorry guys. I'll bring the car in to the end. You're going to get to the better. If you want to, then start bringing your car down.
Hey, Gene, what you up to?
Checking out, checking out. Chris's car is a basic RC10L car with a cam motor and batteries, a Novak receiver and speed control. Chris designed and built his own quick-release battery holder. It looks like Chris got all his sponsors on his chassis. That's being original. Thanks, Chris.
This guy's on a roll. He has taken the Cam 400, the Novak 400. He moved in, took the Braun Dash today, got a $1,000 camcorder. He's on a roll, driving car number 3 from Troy, Ohio, racing for Cam, Mr. Chris Dose. Okay.
Ready?
Here we go. Dose got the shot. Little dude with a hole shot. Here comes Dobson. Dabo heading down the gas. Wrestler took the line from him. And now Dabo gets it back. Moylan gets third. And look at driving away is the little dude. Car number 2, Chris Dosek, getting 5:25. Here you go. A little faster, Chris. 5:25. I'll tell you. Chris, can you try to plumb off like a 5:19 for us? He is flying around the track. Mike Moylan runs in second, Wrestler third, Stump fourth, Glenn fifth, Thompson. And Chuck, as you said that, Mr. Stump came up into, I believe, must be 4 spots, took it away from Mr. Wrestler. Mr. Wrestler's finding out what Invitational is all about. I mean, he's in there holding his own, don't get me wrong. But boy, Andy Thompson's going to move underneath him in a trial. Well, Andy was running in between the yellow line and the green fence in the trial. Okay, correction, Thompson is second. Ignore the scoreboard. Yeah, this is unofficial, but I'm telling you, I'm watching the race. Thompson is in second. He has run there since Little Dude left him off the start. But now Thompson is gradually reeling the Little Dude in. Chris is holding him up. Chris is joining his new camcorder. I wonder if he's got somebody taking the time to agree with his new camcorder. I would hope someone is recording this race. The race is battling down now. Mr. Wrestler, let me let you know that Mr. Dosing is knocking on your back door. Also, Mr. Lett, Dosing and Dalmo are starting to move up to the back here. Wrestler's telling him where to go in a nice way. Yep, just take the inside, Chris. Wrestler, now you got Dalmo on your back. There you go. Good job. Dalmo made up the room there. Well, they both got around Wrestler. Dalmo made up about 10 feet in the exchange. Cliff Lett, very nicely. That's Chris Dosing in underneath him. And now we'll start to back up on the back door of Mr. Lett right now. Chris Dosing, he's flipping off the film track. Cliff high 6'1". Cliff moves up high, very sportsmanlike. He backs off there. He did not want to get into the back of Dabo. Dabo's running for the lead. Cliff is not. Cliff knew that. Dobson at a 567. So virtually identical lap time. Sorry guys, I meant to tell you, you have a minute 15 to go. And so Chuck, this right now as it stands is coming down to a Cam Trinity race right now. And things are definitely going to start getting sticky here as we come inside the 3-minute mark. And Bob Aram did not like my pick. Bob Aram did not like my pick of the bid. His man, Dabo, is running right there in second, but my pick is running out front right now, and he's starting to stretch it out. 576 to 583. Well, I'll tell you, you got to always wonder if Dabo is being just a little bit crafty and hanging right there. You may have something left for Mr. Dosick at the very last 15 or 20 seconds of this race. We're getting very close to finding out if that's the case. 30 seconds, and let's point out, Dobson owes one to Dosick, as he did have the 400 Invitational Novak ripped out of his jaws at the end of the race. Now, Dosick driving away. Dosick is leaving him, and 15 seconds to go. Dobson is falling back. And now Boylan has hopes of catching Dobson. Only 10 seconds to go. Very doubtful. And here he comes, starting lap number 43. He's on an incredible pace. We'll check it out when he comes around. This is going to be close to our record. Ooh, there's silence over the crowd. Let me tell you what the time is. Unofficially, Bob Aram, listen up. Bob Aram, listen up. 43 laps, 4 minutes. 2.19 seconds. Exactly 8/10 of a second for the track record. The second fastest man ever at Lake Whippoorwill, Chris Little Dosick, the USA Oval Masters Champion.
From Cincinnati, Ohio, Mr. Joey Hutmine. We'll have to apologize for these drivers not getting up to the trackside to get their award. But let's go to first place, winning the amateur modification.
The important people on the left. Take McDaniels builds super-fast cam motors. Next is Bob Hosch, the great owner of Whippoorwill, with Bob Novak, sponsor of the 200 and 400 lap enduros, and Miss Whippoorwill. Thank you to all of you. Wow, this is the 19th McCoy race held at the Silver Bowl Raceway in Las Vegas, Nevada. Harold McCoy on the left giving some support for the race with his dad, Dick McCoy, on the right. It's a great track in a park area, but Vegas in the summertime means we had 100 to 104 degrees temperatures. Not so good. Congratulations to all you guys. Congratulations, Mike. Congratulations, Mark. Congratulations, Doug. Congratulations to all you guys. Congratulations, Mike, on being top qualifier and taking 3rd place. Congratulations, Dave Dial, with your great 2nd place finish. This team had it all together. On the left, Motor Wizard Steve O'Donnell, the RC 500 Master Mechanic Rich Lee, and the race-winning driver Butch Klober, the race winner. Congratulations, you guys did a great job. This is the RC 500 4-wheel drive car built by Rich Lee with horsepower by Steve O'Donnell and driven by Butch Klober. RC Model Cars magazine also did a great job with the RC 10T truck on their cover. Check out the bottom. Move over. Thanks, RC Model Cars.